Hello, welcome to another video. If you have clicked onto this video, you've probably seen my previous ones where I've talked about Serum 2 and showed these insane Serum presets which I have created. And I have a good message for you. I have created even more of those presets and I've made my first ever Serum 2 preset pack, which you can buy now. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the presets and explaining how to use them in the best possible way. And let's get right into it. So the pack which you can get now contains 25 Serum presets in total. We have 17 bass sounds in it, including some generators, so you can create infinite results with them, which is insane. And basically all of them are fully customizable by importing your own samples or changing the wavetables, and you can get some insane results out of them as well. Let's start with the aggressive respace. The respace is kind of simple. You can just play the audio. You have a few macros here, like the cutoff, and you can also get some more speed in the movement. And the only thing you have to do yourself is basically doing the pitch bend automation. Also, make sure to read the descriptions all the time because they contain some useful tips how you can use your presets a bit better. Some reverb. More detuning, and of course the cutoff. Let's go to the next one, which is the alien glitch generator. Basically, this is just a wavetable being modulated with the new spectral processing, and it says switch the wavetable and retrigger when using chaos mode. You can use the third LFO to enable the chaos mode. And you can see when I just increase the amount, nothing happens. And therefore, you just have to re-trigger, so you can see that it's way more chaotic here, and that's why this LFO is modulating the other LFOs. It also has some other cool macros to customize the sound even further. Every wavetable works. You can also import your own samples, since this is a spectral unit. The next one is called Alien Invasion, which is this gigantic impact sound, which you can use for intros, but you can also use this in drops, for examples. It's great to outline a nice atmosphere for your songs. I've also added a little macro here, which is called sample drive, which gives some more drive to this sample. And also feel free to change the sample and get some nice Foley into it, and you can get some nice results out of it. But make sure it's a little bit longer so you can hear the tail. The next one is called Alien Noise Generator, and this is one of my best ones, I think so, because the results are so clean and random every time, because we, again, have random modulators which are doing the job for you. But you have to watch out, this preset requires lots of CPU capacity. It's worth it. And you can also just change the samples again and get some nice, even crazier results out of it. The next one is a classic respace. This is one of the simplest patches in here. I would just use these for intros. You can also do a pitch bend automation. This is the most simple patch in this pack, actually. Let's go to the engine sound, which is a really, really interesting one. You have lots of macros to customize the sound. And every time you trigger the sound, a random result gets spit out, basically, because this LFO right here has a different starting position each time, and this one is controlling the scan on both spectral oscillators, so it starts at a different speed every time. Also, these macros can change the sound in a drastic way. This is great for generating yourself some sick sound. And this one isn't even called generator. I should have called this one generator as well, because you can create so many sounds with it. And also make sure to change the input sound again. The next one is the Futuristic noise. Also with a ton of macros. And this is also great to outline an atmosphere, or you can use it in background for drops, or I would also recommend to you to just resample every sound you make and then stretch it and process it even further in Ableton to make it more unique and stand out. And this one is really, really creepy. Next we have another generator, the glitch generator. And you can also change the input sound again. And this one has a ton of LFOs doing the job for you. By modulating all kinds of parameters and changing the sound and creating some cool little noises for you. Also, we have this knob right here, the chaos rate. Basically, I forgot what this was doing, but I think this was modulating the LFO amount at some point. Also, you can get some more variations by just enabling these oscillators right here. Or even crazier results. This is also one of my best ones. Next we have the BS growl generator. Here you have to watch out that you create yourself a little pitch automation. So this patch works. And this basically generates growls for you. Because all the parameters are set through a random LFO. This is also really, really great for some nice growls. You can also use this macro to make it less noisy. Next one is just the standard growl without any randomization happening. But you also have to make sure the pitch automation is working again. So let's reactivate this. This is the only thing required here. And these are some custom shaped growls for you as well. And if you just want variations, feel free to either use the generator or to just change the LFO right here. Next is the heavy sub bass. And this is self-explanatory, I think so. You can add some more noise, make it less aggressive, make the noise stereo, or even change the shape of the sub. And this is great for foundation for your drops. Next we have the railgun. This is a really, really interesting sound, but we have to go to a higher bass note because this one has to be played 2 octaves up from the 0 notes. So the sub is audible. You can also make it longer, and you can just switch through the sounds here. And get some random results. This one is sick, for example. Let's continue with the Spectral Ronk generator. And this one has to be played an octave down again. And also, every time you press or you re-trigger, you get a nice other variation for the sound. You also have some macros for the tone, the wing modulate, even some delay. This is also a really, really nice sound to either use in intros or in drops. Next we have the talking aliens. Also with a ton of macros. This is also great for resampling and then stretching and process it even further. Also played 2 octaves up from the lowest octave. Now we have the Tejoh generator, which is also one of the best presets in here. You have macros to customize the sound again. And as I've explained in my in-depth video about this sound in particular, you can just change the input sound and get some insane random results, and you won't recognize the input sound. Yeah, this is crazy. Next you have the tearout. And you can also transform it into a gun. And we also have a ton of macros to change the tone here. And you can also import a sample of your choice for this one again. Next you have the tearout screech. And you can also change the input signal again. For some nice and insane variations. Now we will continue with the melodic sounds in here. So we have a pad generator in here. And yeah, I would recommend you playing higher octaves with this one, like D#3 for example. And you can also just, yeah, change the sample in here, maybe with a riot sample, maybe a different one. Or even play it an octave lower. You can also add some more drive and change the EQ position to change the tonality. The best way to get cool results out of this is just import a cool melodic chord sample generator. Next one is the vocal pad generator. And this basically uses a vocal sample as the input signal. I would also recommend to you changing the input sound again so you can get some nice results out of this. And this also works for atonal sounds. You can even import entire vocal phrases. And then we'll just pick the best parts out of this. Next we have the more simple sound again, the pro step. You should play this one, yeah, on the lowest octave again. This is also great for intros or even intros. And now we will come to the synth sounds. And for these, you basically can use the arpeggio if I included one. So you can already hear it's playing an arpeggio. And sometimes I even provided you with a chord progression. And yeah, you can either use this one or create yourself a new chord progression. You can also change some parameters here. This is a cool feature. Because of the automation I'm doing here, I did not see that before. This is quite cool. This is also great for intros. Next one is the partials synth Pluck. And for this one, you also need a chord progression again. I don't know if I included one, but I don't think so on this one. So yeah, just come up with a cool chord progression. Yeah. I would also recommend you spreading the notes over multiple octaves so you can get the best results. And also create yourself a nice rhythm. There's layers, delay, cutoff. This is a nice chord Pluck sound. Next we have the peaceful key sounds. And you can use this as a pad, but you can also use this just for some nice keys. Also, I would recommend you playing this an octave up. And also make some nice chords with it. And this also has this inconsistency knob here. This is really cool. And if you want further customization, just change wavetables here or change the shape. But yeah, this is also a nice sound. Now we have another arpeggio again. And this one also comes with a chord progression in here, so let's just play it. And the cool thing about this plug is that every time the arpeggio continues, a different shape in the wavetable is chosen, which is really, really cool. And this also works great with chords you can create yourself. And this is basically all the samples I've created, and you can get these now for really, really little money. I think it's just €6.99 or $7.59 plus taxes, so it's really, really cheap. And if you're one of the first 10 customers, you can use the special discount code Spectral for $1 or €1 off. And yeah, I think that's a really, really fair deal for 25 Serum presets, which I have spent lots of time on creating these. And I hope you enjoy them. If you make anything cool with it, feel free to tag me in a video or on socials. I would love to see what you can create with these. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. See you in the next one and have a great day. Goodbye and thanks for watching. See you.